Okay, have you ever really truly stopped to think about what happens to your food after you swallow it? Today, we're going to go on a pretty wild adventure deep inside the human body. We're going to follow a single bite of food from the very beginning all the way to the end. So let's dive right in. You'd think it's simple, right? You eat, and that's it. But what happens in between is actually this incredibly complex and honestly fascinating process. We're going to trace that exact journey, step by step, and see how your body masterfully turns a meal into the very fuel that powers your every single move. So, here's our game plan for this trip. We'll start with why we even need to eat. Then, we'll cover the 5 main stages of digestion. After that, we're going to visit all the key stops on the tour: the mouth, the stomach, the intestines, and we'll wrap it all up with some seriously cool facts. Right, so before our journey can even begin, we need to know the destination. Why do our bodies need food at all? Well, it really all boils down to one word: fuel. Think about it. The food you eat is literally packed with essential nutrients. We're talking mainly about proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. These are the building blocks that give you the energy to walk, to think, to grow, to do everything. They are quite literally the high-octane fuel that powers the human machine. So here's the thing. Your body can't just take a big chunk of steak or a piece of bread and use it as is. No way. It has to be broken down. And that, right there, is what digestion is all about. It's this amazing process of turning big, complex molecules into tiny, simple ones that your body can actually absorb and put to work. It's a total transformation. Now, this whole process isn't just some chaotic free-for-all inside you. Nope, it's a really well-organized, 5-step plan that your body follows every single time you eat. You can think of it as the official roadmap for nutrition. And here are those 5 steps. First, ingestion. That's just the simple act of eating. Then, digestion. That's all the breaking down. Third is absorption, soaking up all the good stuff. Then we have assimilation. That's when your cells actually use those nutrients. And finally, egestion is, well, getting rid of the waste. Okay, with that roadmap in mind, our food's journey officially begins. First stop, and it's a surprisingly crucial one, is the mouth. Your mouth is the first line of attack. It's not just a doorway, it's a full-on processing plant. And its main tools are, of course, your teeth. But you don't just have one kind of tooth. You've got a whole team of specialists in there, and each one has a very specific job to do.
Now here's something that's really interesting: the difference between adult teeth and baby teeth. We both have incisors and canines, right? But look closer. See that? Kids have 0 premolars. That's a huge difference in the dental toolkit we have as we grow up.
And here's how that whole team works together. The incisors right at the front, they're like scissors for cutting. Your canines are for tearing into tougher stuff. And the premolars and molars in the back, oh, they're the heavy machinery. They're the grinders, crushing everything into a nice, manageable paste. But, chewing is only half the battle in the mouth. Your saliva is packed with some powerful secret weapons. There's an enzyme called amylase that starts breaking down starches into sugars right away. And then there's lysozyme, which is like your personal bodyguard, zapping germs to protect you before they get any further. Okay, so once you swallow, the food blob takes a quick trip down the pharynx and then the esophagus. You can pretty much just think of these as simple transport tubes. Their only job is to get the food safely down to the next major stop. No digestion happens here at all. And that next stop? Oh, it's a real game changer. Welcome to the stomach. Think of it as a muscular, acid-filled blender where the breakdown work gets really serious. Your stomach physically churns and mashes everything together, but its real superpower is the gastric juice it produces, which is loaded with hydrochloric acid. I mean, this stuff is incredibly strong. It liquefies your food and pretty much destroys any germs that manage to sneak past your saliva. And swimming around in all that acid is a brand new crew of specialized enzymes. Pepsin is the star player here. It's the main protein digester. Then you have renin, which is a specialist that only goes after milk protein. And lipase gets a head start on breaking down fats. And hey, here's something you can probably relate to. Ever get that awful burning feeling of heartburn? Well, guess what? That is literally this powerful stomach acid going where it shouldn't. And those antacids you take? They're just simple bases that neutralize the acid and give you that sweet relief. It's just basic chemistry in action. All right. From the churning acid bath of the stomach, our now liquefied food moves into what is truly the main event of the digestive system, the intestines. This is where the real magic of absorbing nutrients happens.
Now, there are two parts. First up is the small intestine. And when I say small, I only mean in diameter, because this thing is unbelievably long. We're talking about 22 feet long. This is where the final breakdown happens and where almost all your nutrients get absorbed. Then there's the large intestine. It's shorter, wider, and its main job is just to absorb water from whatever is left over.
But wait, the small intestine doesn't work alone. No way. It gets some critical backup from two nearby organs. The liver sends in something called bile, which is absolutely essential for breaking down fats. And the pancreas delivers this super powerful cocktail of enzymes that can finish off any remaining carbs, fats, or proteins.
So we're nearing the end of our journey. All the useful nutrients have been soaked up, and what's left is getting ready for removal. But before we finish, let's look at a few amazing takeaways from this whole incredible process.
Okay, so if you took the entire pathway we just traveled, from the mouth all the way to the exit, and you stretched it out in a straight line, how long do you think it would be? The answer is just mind-blowing. 33 feet. Every single time you eat, your food travels down a 33-foot-long biological assembly line inside of you.
And here are just a few quick fun facts to leave you with. You know an elephant's massive tusks? They're actually just super overgrown incisor teeth. That appendix you always hear about? It's basically an evolutionary leftover, a remnant from our past. And those last molars that sometimes cause so much trouble? Yep, those are your wisdom teeth.
So think about it. From a simple bite of food to the fuel that's powering your cells right now, your body pulls off this complex, multi-stage, 33-foot journey every single day, all without you having to lift a finger or even think about it. It's an absolutely incredible piece of natural engineering. So the question I'll leave you with is, what part of this journey do you find the most amazing? Just let that sink in.